And that video, I'm doing it just to tell you about my friendship with Mr. Clifford Stone, Sergeant Clifford Stone. We met with him 9 years ago in Roswell, New Mexico. Well, what is my story about that? I was in Roswell, in the main street, and I went to the bookstore to see what they have. And then in this bookshelf, I saw the one of his book, and then I decided to buy it. And then I went to pay for this book. And the lady from the store, she said the author will be here tomorrow, and you're going to sign the books. And I said, I'm sorry, but I'm just passing Roswell. I came back after a few days. She says, okay, you can leave your name and he will give you a autograph. I said, okay. So when I back in Roswell, I went back to take my book, and I saw in the book a note from Mr. Clifford Stone. And he said, hello, I'm Clifford Stone. I would like to meet you. And this is my phone number. Call me if you have time or something like this. And then I call him. He answered. And he said, do you have 20 minutes? I said, yeah, I have. So he came with his car. We met in the parking lot of UFO Museum in Roswell, and shaking hands. And then I asked him, "Are you really Clifford Stone, the same man who wrote this book about all these aliens?" He said, "Yes, that's me." And he said, "I have for you something else." And he gave me 5 CDs with files from about FBI and CIA research for this unknown aerial phenomena and reports, something like this, and for some military projects. And he gave me a book, and he said that book you cannot find anymore in the store. So I thank him, and we start talking, and then I saw that our conversation going to take a time. So we moved to the library, in the library of UFO Museum, and we continued talking and talking and talking. Actually, he talked and I listened. And I was in shock with everything I heard from him. I mean, that was in the line with the science fiction and the reality. And I saw this man, Clifford Stone, and he looks for me a very normal person. And I feel that he is telling me real stories from his life about facing with non-human intelligence, um, working with uh, government, with that special group for UFO retrieval. That was amazing. Believe or not, maybe for next week, for whole week, everything I heard from him still was in my mind, and I still thinking about this. Is that real, really? I mean, sounds real, but it's unbelievable. And then, since then, that happened actually 9 years ago. Since then, we very good friends. We meet time to time. Anytime when I'm passing by Roswell, New Mexico, I met him and I meeting with him and we talking. He's talking with me. He's showing me a lot of documents. He gave me a lot of documents, which is not anymore top secret documents. Um, and my meeting with him is discovering for me completely new world. about these ETs, why they coming here, what they're looking for, where they coming from. So I record Clifford for maybe, I don't know, maybe 10 hours, something. I have recording of him. And now Clifford is not doing very well. He's alive, but he's not doing very well. He's fighting with a lot of illnesses, with pain. Pain is coming from different kind of illnesses he has. And someone placed information that he's dead. And he's not dead. He's alive. I was with him last weekend. I was there Saturday and Sunday, and he's very alive. He's not dead. And he's very disappointed with the people who wanted for him to die or to be dead. But he's alive, and he make a statement, and I have for you that statement. And I'm before to play his audio. I want to say that Clifford, I feel Clifford like more a friend. I feel him like my family. And when I create the YouTube channel UFO Disclosure Bulgaria and this face group with the same name UFO Disclosure Bulgaria, I asked him, would you be okay if you will be the face of UFO Disclosure Bulgaria? And he said yes. I would like to be a face of your channel and your Facebook page. I'm very thankful for my friendship with Clifford. We're very close. We're very close. We share each other, even stuff which is stuff from the life. And yeah, I don't want to talk anymore. So enjoy what he's going to say now for you. Okay, Dr. Running, you can start whatever you want.
Okay, I just want people to know that I am alive. I'm not dead. A lot of people think I've passed on, but that hasn't happened. I'm Clifford E. Stoun, U.S. Army retired, Sergeant First Class, and yes, I'm the one that works with UFOs. So I have people coming here saying Paula's sending them, wanting to get my records. Paula did not send them. I just want you to know clearly, without Paula making it clear and direct to me what she wants done, no one's getting the records. So they are left to her. I want everyone to know I'm still alive. I'm not dead. I appreciate all the concern people are showing for me, but I don't want people to go ahead and panic over them thinking that I'm dead. I'm not dead, okay? When I die, I'll come back and let everyone know, okay? God bless. Take care.
You'll be back and you'll say,
absolutely.
Hey, I'm still here. I'm back.
Hey, every morning I get up, I look in the mirror and see if I'm still alive. So as long as I see a reflection coming back at me, we're doing good.
Do you have something you never say about your encounters with extraterrestrials?
You know what?
Do you have something you never share publicly about your encounters with extraterrestrials or corona or...
Yeah, but I mean, that's going to take a whole book to fill. The whole situation is what I want people to understand. When you start having contact with our extraterrestrials here, and they have chosen you to follow you to learn more about your species and life on this planet, it's not an accident. They went through a process choosing you. And I want people to understand that a little better, because I think it's just haphazard. I was out there picking dillies, and all of a sudden this little guy showed up, and we became the best of buds, and we lived out through there on in. It's not that way at all. They keep a record of what's going on with you. They'll come back, they'll ask you questions and explain this. Like when I killed that little bird when I was, 6, 7 years old, I'd already started having interaction with the young children that other people couldn't see. I was well aware of, having imaginary friends, but these were not imaginary, they were real. Other people couldn't see them, I couldn't explain that. That's just one of those things. Anyhow, I went ahead, and when that happened, I took that little bird, because it was crying, its beak was broken, and its mouth was wide open. And it's going, wait, 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 wait. So I went ahead, I took it, tried to stop the bleeding. I couldn't stop it, so I held it under the faucet. And of course I drowned it. And I thought, oh, I killed this poor little bird. That was like taking a life to me. And it was. It may not have been a human life, but I took another species' life. So that broke my heart. And I started to cry. And Corona showed up. No longer like the little boy. He had his green skin and all. Says, explain please. Why do I have this water in my eye? What are those? And why do I feel so bad, sad, the way I feel? Was that not a lower species of your life form on this planet? And I'm looking, I freak out. I mean, okay, I killed the bird. I was scared, but this was freaking me. Something's going on. I shouldn't be seeing this. This is not the way it should be. So I ran, tried to hide. The first place I ran, we had a couch that set category like that. There was a space in the back. I hid behind there. Then he came, you can't hide from me. I want answers. And I looked and I screamed and I got out from under there. And I ran back into the kitchen. He's there. So I'm looking, where do I go? The only place I could go was, here's kitchen sink, here's the refrigerator, there's a space there. I back into it and get down as slow as I can get. And I wait. And I want to see someone going to try, because I was going to punch him out if they try to come through that little opening there. No one did. I was there for about 5-10 minutes, scared to death. Then all of a sudden, like little bony fingers, like 3 fingers and an opposing thumb, started to scratch the top of my head like this. And I knew that was him.
You freak out?
Huh?
You was freak out of this?
Oh, yeah. I mean, I was frozen there. I bet if somebody took a picture of me, I'd be totally white. But then later on, he came back, okay, now you know what I really look like. And I said, yeah. And I said, I don't know what's going on here. And this isn't making any sense. Well, we'll work it out. I said, but, I'm going to try to stay looking like the little boy, the child that you know. And I says, well, that's good, but I said, I'll still not, be aware that I will always be aware that that's not really you. That's like a costume you have on. And he says, just remember, thy personality is me. And that's what we're going to be dealing with. I'll be dealing with your personality, you'll be dealing with mine. And it took us several weeks to get back where we could go ahead and start communicating without having that little anxiety on both our sides. But that's the beginning. It's not the middle, it's not the end. There's much more to it.
Do you know what is the mission of Corona?
Yeah. He's my guide on this planet, and he's also, I'm his teacher. He takes what I teach him so he can teach the other people on his planet and other solar systems. And see, that's what's hard for people to understand. And I've told it over and over and over and over and over, but people still aren't getting it.
Do you want to stop?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm starting to get
We live in the world when everything is changed very quickly. We live a new paradigm. We're not alone. We never been alone. We have star friends who been visiting this planet for many thousand years. Some of them, they live here. They choose our planet also to be them home. Also, we've been visited from different kinds, intelligent beings from different worlds, from different dimensions. Many people in this planet, they already have a contact with the visitors. And we share information. We knew more each other about our culture, about they learn, they're very curious for us. They're not threat about for us, for our planet. They're peaceful. Let's make the contact. Let's lifting our conscious and be more aware. Thank you for watching, and please help us to share that video and the channel UFO Disclosure Bulgaria, which much more people to be able to see and to start thinking. Thank you again.